Hey guys, it's me Deanna and welcome back to Deanna's World. Tuning in to Dee Dee's World. Hit the like or the mentions if you feel this girl. Dropping fresh rhymes, weekly got bars for sure. Covering middle school topics, yeah I have the allure. Tuning in to Dee Dee's World. Keep it real, never fake, I'm the realest girl. Staying fresh, got the sauce shining bright like a pearl. Guaranteed to bring sunshine to your world. In today's video, I will be reviewing Outer Banks versus All American. These shows are the two hottest shows right now, so I thought that I would review them. So I will first be starting off with things that I like about Outer Banks. The first one is that it had a great storyline. It was about four teenagers, Pope, JJ, Kiara, and John B. John B's dad went missing, and they're trying to find him or see where he went, since John B is going to get emancipated from his house because he has no guardian living with him. So they're trying to find his dad, but on their journey to find his dad, they find a clue that his dad left behind for John B. And that is that there is gold in the Outer Banks, and it is worth $400 million. Oh my God! Wow! So they go see the royal merchant, and they see where the gold is, and everybody knows that the royal merchant is in the Outer Banks, but nobody has ever found it. So these teenagers were the first people who have found it, and John B's dad was close to finding it, but somebody took him or killed him. The second thing that I like about Outer Banks is that it has very good acting, and I think the best actor is the person who plays
Jay. You could have helped us buy supplies to get the rest of the gold out of the well. Okay, well, you know what? I didn't do that. I got a hot tub for my friends. I got a hot tub for my friends. You know what? No, you know what? Screw friends. I got a hot tub for my friends. All I ever did was try to scare me. Well, guess what now? I'm scared of you anymore.
He is an amazing actor. He portrays the character very well, where the character that he plays, he gets beat by his dad. He's a troubled teen. He has a record already, and he's only a teenager. So the way that he plays him is just really good, and I think they did very good casting on cast. The third thing that I love about Outer Banks is that it had very good character development. And the characters that I think developed the most were Pope, Sarah, and JJ. Pope, because he always cared about his scholarship. He just needed to go to college. But then he realized, if I get this $400 million, what do I even need to go to college for? I can just live my best life with $400 million. And then after he got out of his phase that college is the only thing to his life, he started to think about his friends more, and I think that was great character development for him. And the fourth thing that I love about Outer Banks is that it is very unpredictable. Who knew that the cop was going to get killed by Rafe? Not me. I did not expect that at all. This is probably the most unpredictable show ever, and I love that about shows because it keeps you watching. And who doesn't want to binge watch this show? Now, on to the cons of Outer Banks. The first thing that I disliked about Outer Banks is that it had a horrible ending. We needed justice for John B. Sarah Cameron's dad needed to go to jail, and Rafe needed to go to jail. They framed John B for killing the only person who had his back. Why would John B kill someone who had his back?
Why?
She could have got him emancipated. She didn't do that. He could have been arrested, and she didn't do that. But no, she just had to die. The only person who loved him for him, the only person who felt for him, had to die. Why is that? The second thing that I dislike about Outer Banks is that John B kept running from the cop that had his back. Like, why do you keep running away from her? Just tell her the truth. She already knows the truth, so you might as well just tell her. She knew everything that you and your friends were doing. She knew you had the compass. She knew you found the Royal Merchant, and she knew what happened to your dad, and you still wanted to run from her. Even when she breathed her last breath, she was protecting you. She told you to go so people wouldn't frame you for her death. And the third thing that I dislike about Outer Banks is how Pope is underrated as a friend. Everyone's like, JJ's a good friend, and Kiara's a good friend, and John B's a good friend, and Sarah Cameron's a good friend. What about Pope? He ran off in the middle of his interview to help his friends. That is an amazing friend. He saved Kiara's life because who knows, those guys could have beat her to death, and he saved her life. And then his dad told him not to be friends with them because you do not know what they're gonna get caught up in. And boy, did they get caught up in a lot. Like, all of them were at the police station. And he's still underrated as a friend. Like, he gave up his future for his friends, and they didn't even end up getting the $400 million. So he is a definite good friend. Now we're going to move on to pros about All American. The first thing that I loved about All American is that it had a great storyline, and it was also relatable to some football players. It is about this kid from Crenshaw, Spencer James. He is the star of Crenshaw. He's very talented and very good. So the Beverly High coach wants to take him to Beverly so he can get more recognition from more college recruiters, and then he can maybe go into the NFL. So he has trouble fitting in at Beverly because everyone at Beverly is rich and stuck up, and at Crenshaw they don't have a lot. So he fit in with them because he doesn't have a lot, but when he's at Beverly, he doesn't fit in because he's not rich, so he doesn't have the same things that the other people do. And while he's at Beverly, everyone feels threatened because he's better than everyone on the team.
Ash, get off the field! Get off my field! I didn't call your number! Hey, you crossed the line. Come on, you know better. Hey. Are you serious? Hey. What, for him?
The second thing that I absolutely love about All American, which is probably my favorite thing about All American, is that it had the most amazing music. It had the best soundtrack that a TV show has probably ever had. Like, all of the music was amazing, and all of the music went with the scenes. So the music wasn't a happy music with a bad scene. The music matched the scene, and I loved that about All American. The third thing that I loved about All American is that it is definitely binge-worthy. You never want to stop watching All American. All you want to do is click on next episode. It is a very entertaining show, and it is just an amazing show, and you should definitely watch it. I definitely recommend All American. And number 4, and I bet all of us ladies are thinking about it, it had the most attractive cast. I mean, just look at the cast. Jordan, cute. Spencer, cute. Chris, cute. Asher, cute. Like, everyone in the show is attractive. Now moving on to the cons about All American. Number 1, and everyone who has watched the show is going to agree with me, Coop being dumb. She always makes the wrong decision, even when Spencer gives her the best advice you could ever even have. She's the reason that Spencer got shot, and you cannot change my mind about it because she joined a gang for what?
Why not?
Exactly. She joined a gang to get justice because Sean got killed. Yes, you want to get justice for him, but not joining the gang that killed him. Like, what sense does that make? And then you wanted to leave the gang. That's not going to come easily, ma'am. It's going to be hard to leave the gang. Like, why did you join it in the first place if you were just going to leave it? You should have just listened to Spencer in the first place instead of being dumb. Because since you joined the gang, you wanted to leave. Guess who you got shot in the shoulder? Spencer. Guess whose football career you almost ruined? Spencer's. So next time, Coop, why don't you just listen to your friends? The second thing that I dislike about All-American is how Coach Billy Baker was always lying. He lied about Jordan's drug test, and he lied about everything. He lied about moving Spencer to Beverly. He lied about not knowing Spencer's dad and not taking the job away from Spencer's dad. He just lied about everything. He was just a straight up liar. Like, how do you even lie that much? Jeez. Be honest. Now, what you guys have all been waiting for, drum roll please. Which show is better? And which show would you like the most? Drum roll again. In my opinion, the better show is, drum roll again, All-American. I mean, it's just, I love everything about it. Despite it being a little bit predictable, it's just, everyone should watch All-American. It is by far one of the best, by far it's the best show on the CW, and by far one of the best shows that is on Netflix. So I definitely recommend you guys watching this, but Outer Banks put up a very good fight. Outer Banks to me is a 9 out of 10, and All-American is a 9.5 out of 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't predictable, but Outer Banks did put up a good fight, and I also definitely recommend Outer Banks. I mean, come on now. It's mysterious, it's entertaining, it's binge-worthy, so you should definitely go check out Outer Banks, and you should most definitely go check out All-American, and they're both on Netflix, and All-American's also on Hulu. So, yes, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what your favorite show is, and make sure you follow my Instagram and my TikTok. And also stay tuned because I put out freestyles weekly. So that's it for today's video. Bye guys!